Did anybody in the room submit this email? Am I seeing a hand somewhere? Right here. All right. Let's get a microphone over to that person. So what's the objective of the email?
I actually didn't submit this. My coworker did, and she is in the coaching clinic, so it's really funny that I have to answer these questions. Thank you, Megan. This email is going to high school football coaches across the U.S., and this is a program we do in the fall with St. Jude for obviously touchdowns against cancer. So they get their fans to pledge money for every touchdown their team scores, which we give back to St. Jude.
Good. And what is your name?
Lindsay Ray.
Lindsay Wright. All right.
Ray, yeah.
Ray. All right. So this is Lindsay. We're going to help Lindsay. I'm going to ask a question. Lindsay, did you personally write this email? And the answer is no.
No.
Good. All right. It's very important. All right. So now, I need you, as I point to your group, to rapidly tell me one thing you would do to change this email. If that item's already been said, you tell me something new if you have something new, all right? And we got to go fast because we got how many want to get through a lot of pages practicing this together? We'll get more learning from that and we'll help more people that are here. All right, so right there, what's one change you would make? Oh, I see there's a volunteer right behind you. You're on the same team? So anybody from your team, tell us, what change would you make to this page? What's the first one you do? Remove the snippet text, which is on the top, all right? Okay. All right. Good. Somebody else then. Right here.
We said that we would remove sign your team up at that bar, and we would put like a status bar up to the goal of 100,000.
They would remove, I think it's going to be faster if I do it this way. So they would remove that sign up your team at touchdowns and they'd put a status bar showing how far away you were. All right? Somebody else. Right over here. Anywhere in this table. Excellent idea. What else?
I would want to see a video. If this is a call to action in this case, I would want to see a clip of a video.
In the email? Okay. Okay. Somebody else. Yes. Here's how it works. Remove that to a landing page. Okay. Good. Interesting. What's the goal of an email, everybody? What is it? To get a click. We don't sell anything in the email. Typically, they can't buy it from the email. They have to go somewhere to purchase it. And typically, in the browser, the image that you see is not the best place or the best location to present the entire offer. And by the way, if they're sold in the email, then why are you selling them again on the landing page? The reality is we're selling the wrong things in 80% of the emails that we send. My job is to get you to click. We spoke about this 2 days ago and the importance of creating suspense and using suspense to leverage them with buying momentum into the next side. Somebody else, what's one more thing we would do? Say it again. Hyperlinks should tell you what you're doing. All right, let's unpack the email. Let's look for, first of all, psychological resistance or anxiety. All we've done are the negatives. Are you ready? This is going to be fast. At the top of the page, we have an image beneath the text, and we have a lot of individual elements in a confusing layout that does not communicate to me clearly what this is about. The first thing I would do is bring clarity. If you don't get the first 4 inches right, the rest doesn't matter. Because in the first 4 inches, you have to win the micro yes. And the micro yes is essential. There will be at least 3 to 6 micro yeses. The first one is, am I going to pay attention to this at all? Capturing attention is the first thing. I don't care if you're talking about a landing page or an email. I don't care if you're talking about the subject lines. It still comes down to headline, subject line, and what they see in that browser is all about capturing attention and converting it to interest. What we have up here is too much going on. It's difficult to understand. I don't know what partner email means. I see different brands, St. Jude's, Max Preps, touchdowns against cancer, a child's face, fans pledge, team score, kids beat cancer. That still doesn't tell me what's going on. Does it make sense to everybody? So we may fail in the first few inches of this and never get to the main message, but let's assume we do, so let's scroll down. What is the goal of an email, everyone? All right, now I know, I heard you last night. There's a rumor that I was dancing on the dance floor. That is not true. If you heard that, it's completely denial. The other thing is, there's a lot of ways to learn marketing. At MarketingSherpa, we take things to the next level. We always go to the party. Did you notice all the photographers? And we get compromising footage of people. And it's a whole technique that, you send it out, just a snippet, and you let people know that if they don't come back to the next summit, you're going to dump this on the internet. All right, so I need you to say nice and loud like you did at the party last night. What's the goal of an email? That was like the 4 in the morning version of that, all right? I need the 12 midnight version. I said it in the class, decibels matter. We've learned from neuroscience that they aid recall and they help lay a track in the brain. So I'm going to say one more time. What's the goal of an email? Get a click. All right, now here we are with this click, and let's just move down to the first paragraph. I'm just going to optimize that, and I'm going to leave the email and move on. However, I will tell you that if, Lindsay, we can help you get this email right, talk to some of our team leaders here, either at this event, which would be best, but if you need to contact us afterwards, we'll help you think through the whole piece just to give you some help. And if you can measure it, we'll even help you set up a test, okay? So let me just look at this for a second. First paragraph, the first sentence should be point first, not point last, not point middle. What does that mean? Well, the main delivery of the point should begin at the beginning of the sentence. The other way you do a sentence is you build towards the climax. But when people are in a hurry, you need to put the climax on the front side and then build them in. Too many times we bury the most important piece in the center. Now let's scan the email for meaning, thinking about this through customer eyes, because the conversion heuristic applies to sentences. Let's start with the first word, last. Is that a good start? No. Last September. Who in here even remembers what you were doing last September? I understand what the story they're wanting to tell, but you're telling me the story before I'm interested in it. In fact, you're probably telling me things that I should learn on the landing page. Last September. Now, I want you to raise your hand when you immediately understand what this is about, when you understand that it was appropriately written to you. Did you hear that? Not some spam sent to, but to you. If you're a high school football coach, you should recognize immediately this is for high school football coaches. It has to be intensely relevant. And it has to start making meaning, and then it has to have story click where I get what this is about. And then it's got to draw you in with its own value proposition. So let's look at it. Raise your hand when you hear it. Last. Look around the room, Lindsay. September. High school football teams across the country team together. Anybody get anything yet? You've lost your audience already. I mean, we can see this in study after study after study. You're going to get the most motivated because that's what the 4 in front of M stands for, motivation. It's the highest factor against conversion. That's why people put up with lots of difficult things in our site. That's why we don't understand how bad our site really is, because we're getting sales from the most motivated people, but as motivation diminishes, we're losing them. So, last September, high school football teams across the country teamed together to raise over $100,000 in the first ever Touchdowns Against Cancer program. I still don't understand if this is relevant to me. I don't know if you're sending it to me or to students. Or maybe you're sending it to college football. Even though you're talking about high school football, what is it to me? I could send that same message to a parent. Today, we're excited. We don't care that you're excited. Your job is to get us excited. And I am now 3 lines in, and that's if I stuck with this, and you're telling me you're excited. Well, the 2 most important words to challenge all your marketing with are these. And we're going to say this together, all right? This is worth remembering because you should challenge everything you write with these 2 words. So what? If you can't overcome the so what factor, it's not ready yet. And frankly, customers are so jaded, sometimes they put very colorful expletives between the so and the what. So sign up now. In honor of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, I still don't know what this is about. Every touchdown your team scores from September 14th to 30th can help save a child's life. I'm almost getting there now. Something's starting to happen. I still don't fully understand what this is about. And maybe, Lindsay, some of these are familiar with the program, but we can't assume that all of them are. We can't assume that they really connect with the message or that they're motivated enough to carefully parse its meaning. It's too much work to get to the meaning. Do you all see that? So the point in all we're doing in Live Op is not just to help Lindsay, but it's to discover transferable principles that you can apply in your own context. So keep looking for those. We've listed several point first sentences. We've said it's important to get the first 2 inches right. We said that a headline has to capture attention and convert it to interest. We said that a sentence, as it develops, needs to start with relevance to me in email particularly, because that's the only reason we give it any attention. If I knew coaches that participated in the program last year, this email would not be sent to them. I'd send them a very specific message because we know they participated in the program, and we would recognize that right away in the first sentence. And in doing so, we would tell them both why we're sending this message, and we would give them much more motivation to get involved, to listen. Now, I just want to stop with one more thing, and we could learn everything I want to teach if I had a year with you, looking at just the button. Sign up for touchdowns. First of all, how many of you woke up this morning and said, you know, Vegas was great last night. It was amazing. The MarketingSherpa party was good. But I just can't wait this morning to sign up for something. Does anybody want to sign up? That is not point first. Do you understand that? It's a negative to start with. And you don't want me to sign up. You want me to go to the landing page. You're asking me too soon in the sequence of micro yeses to make a commitment that I'm not ready for. I observed last night, and you know who I'm talking to, but I'm not going to say your name, and I'm not going to look in your direction. I observed a woman standing at the bar and a man talking to her who got the sequence of micro yeses wrong. And wasn't really hearing the micro no's, all right? So, and you might say, well, that's, how does that, this is not marketing. This is building trust in a relationship. If you dehumanize marketing, you destroy its essence.